Welcome back. You're watching Industry RSVP In-Depth in the middle of our conversation with Wendee Cole. So take us through a typical day. What do you do as a manager?
Oh, I'd rather talk about the ice cream. A typical day as a manager? There is no typical. Okay, because I work out of the house, I don't have to get dressed. Okay, that's really cool. But I usually like to, because I think that people talk differently on the telephone when they're dressed than when they're naked. I don't know. It's just my feelings about that. I do the breakdowns mostly. I sit and just sit and punch it in, and I make my phone calls, and I try to, I try to get the agents to, get my kids in, and I also work a lot with my relationships with trying to find new agents to have, because I end up hanging out with the same ones, and I want to meet new ones, and I want to meet more people. And it's also good to get out of the house. And I'm with the Talent Managers Association, which is wonderful because I get involved with committees and get out there and meet more people. And so I try to work on committees here and there just to, get on the phone and get out of the house and meet people. And there's nothing typical. I mean, I'm a one-woman operation. I mean, it's not like I get up and I drive to the office and I punch in, I punch out. I don't do that. My day is my own, and I just try to work as hard as I can to meet more people, to coach my clients. It's kind of like just like a big, you never know what's going to happen day, which is, I like that. I've never been a 9-to-5-er, never. I mean, I'll start at 10 maybe and work till 10 at night. If I have to call someone in the middle of the night, 10 o'clock, say, hey, you got this audition tomorrow, and can I meet you at 2 o'clock or whatever? So there's no typical day, which I love.
Well, I think that's great.
Yeah.
So, but for the viewers at home, can you tell us a little bit more about typical tasks? So you mentioned breakdowns, phone pitching.
Yes.
Meeting new agents for your clients.
Yes, getting photographers for my kids, getting that lined up, going on a photo shoot, with them, making sure they have the right wardrobe. There's all, typing up their resumes, be doing their resumes for them.
You are very hands-on.
Yeah, I mean, the parents really don't know how to do that. As you progress as an actor, you know how to type up your own resume. The parents don't know how to do that, and the kids certainly don't know.
So they're very lucky to have you, that you're willing to take the time, that you do take the time, they're taken care of.
Well, I want them to feel that way. I just picked up this this mother and daughter who I met at a convention, and they flew in from Arizona for one day just to meet a couple of people, and I was one of them, and it was in the rain, and I met them at a restaurant, and they just wanted to know that they were welcomed and that they were important, basically. So I told them about the bread at this restaurant. And I said, let's order an extra piece to put in your purse. I shouldn't say this. So that when you get on the airplane, they don't feed you anymore on the airplane. So when you get on the airplane, you'll have something to snack on. That's probably, if they have a choice between 3 different managers now, they're probably going to pick me. Why? Because I thought, I fed them. I took care of them. I treated them to lunch, and I told them about this great bread and that they should take some with them. That's what people care about, not like, you're going to get me this next appointment. Yeah, that's part of the business too, but it's more like nurturing, like I said before.
Well, you are a true personal manager, and very
personal.
Very personal.
Eat the bread, cut this pint of butter on it, but don't eat too much bread, honey, because you ordered a sandwich. That's how personal I get.
Well, I think it's wonderful because a lot of, especially children, they need that type of personal touch from someone who knows the business, knows the industry. So they're very lucky.
Thank you.
On a different topic, you've done a lot with your life in the entertainment industry. Start off as a performer, coach, now manager. Is there something, a different type of goal that you would like to achieve in the next few years?
I don't want to be single forever.
Okay.
It's like getting too late already, but but I think there's always hope, and maybe in another town. In a show business sense, I want to write. I'm a really good writer with just musicals and stuff like that, and writing shows for kids. I have a book on the back burner I wrote 30 pages of, just of my own life story, and no one really cares about it yet, but I have a very, very dear friend, Ivana Chubbuck, who is the coach to the stars. Do you know her?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we used to have a comedy act together. Okay, that's how we started out together many moons ago. And we had a comedy team, and we had the same acting teacher, and then she went ahead and started teaching, and I was still trying to perform. Well, she's like unbelievable now. She has every major star in the world that she coaches. She travels all around the world. And she she and I are still very close, and we have the best time together, and she helps me, I help her a little bit. And what was the question?
Future goals?
I want to be her.
Well, you are her.
I want to be her. She wrote a book. She travels. I would love that too, to be like, the coach or manager to the kids, the maven of that, because she can't handle kids, and I don't really care, that much about adult actors. They have their own thing going. So I would like to be partners with her. Ivana, if you're listening. She refers kids to me, and I refer other people to her, but boy, that's a great life. She's known, She goes to a restaurant, she can have any table she wants.
Well, I think you're well on your way, especially because your love for children and nurturing them as a personal manager shines through. So
thank you.
We wish you the best of luck with your book.
Thank you.
And we expect to hear about it.
Oh, yeah, anytime. I'll write you.
This has been Industry RSVP In-Depth on the Virtual Channel Network.